When it comes to dealing with covert narcissists, grandiose narcissistic people, vulnerable narcissistic people, somatic, cerebral, are all more than capable of acting in covert ways where they are trying to do their best to keep their behaviour hidden from society, hidden from you, hidden from you. So this video is going to be a few signs of covert narcissism and their behaviour. One of the first signs is they are extremely defensive without provocation. So yes, when somebody is being extremely offensive towards you, which is another sign, they'll be extremely offensive towards you to get you on the defensive, so then they can play the victim. Oh, what's wrong with you? What's your problem? Are you having a bad day? However, you can literally just ask them if they've had a good day. Oh, what are you asking me that for? They get on the defensive instantly. They are some of the most defensive people you could ever meet because they have a lot of things to hide that they don't want you to know about. They have a very different public persona than behind closed doors. You can also find that if you sit with their family, they tell one extravagant story of something that you actually experienced with them, but they didn't actually do. It was somebody else that did it. And they get everyone laughing along with them and believing them, and you're sat there thinking, it didn't actually happen like that, did it? I'm sure it wasn't like that. But then they go to a group of friends and they're a completely different person yet again. So you're there thinking, well, that's not who you are. And then inside the home, they're a completely different person. You can have a narcissistic person that will pretend to be homeless to get themselves free food, free stuff, even though they've got thousands of pounds in the bank, because they want that. It's like a game to them of how much they can take. So it's not that they're struggling. You can understand people who are struggling might resort to things in order to help themselves or their loved ones out. However, they're not helping their loved ones out. They're helping themselves to other people's stuff. So they will do this. They will pretend to be the poor woe is me to get the help and the sympathetic attention, and then they'll start helping out to gain the admiration, and then they will tell the neighbours what a charitable person they are and how they're helping these people and what they're doing, when each group of people has been fed a load of different lies. So if those groups of people come together, nobody quite knows what to believe. They're often with their family, telling their family exactly what they're doing, and their family's like, it's not right. Yet their family can't do anything because they've already told those people that their family's doesn't want anything to do with them. So they have a very different persona depending on the people they are around. They can be super nice in public and they can be very disrespectful in private. They can be overly nice and helpful to somebody's face, yet as soon as that person's back's turned, they're criticising and mocking and judging that person and shaming that person. You can have it where if they have people around, they will be the life and the soul of the party. And then once those people have gone, they'll be talking badly about everybody. Or they can be where you have people around and they just zone out and ignore those people and are rude to those people, and you find yourself making excuses for their behaviour, claiming that they're the one that's had such a long day and they're not usually like this, even though you know they are usually like this. You've unwittingly become their enabler. They get really, really angry over the slightest little thing because they're defensive, and then they claim that they're not the one that's angry, or you're the one that made them that way. Or they come in and they're not in the right frame of mind, so they're going to project this onto you. So they're going to come at you and come at you and come at you and come at you until you snap back at them. And then when you snap back at them, they're going to go, "Oh, have you had a bad day?" And it's, "Have I had a bad day? What about the mood you've come home in?" "I'm not in a mood." "You're the one that's in the mood." They always have to play the victim. They're always the victim. It's never their fault. They've never done anything wrong. And if they have, someone else made them do it. they have that kind of smugness. When they are exploiting people and they are getting away with things, they have that sense of superiority and that sense of smugness to them. A smugness that can be infuriating to you, because you can just try and discuss something with them and then they will have their point and walk off humming away to themselves because they believe they've got one over on you. You can want to do favours for your children, give your children live somewhere, and the covert narcissist, because they want the attention, they'll find a reason as to why they need a lift at the exact same time. And then they'll moan that, well, if they're more important to you than I am, because they're playing the victim. You can receive a important email about a holiday you've booked together and just say, hey, we've got this email about the holiday. Do you want to take a look at this? And they'll shrug it off and not be interested. Oh, you know, I've got to go and help out at this charity. Even though they haven't got to, it's a choice that they're making, but they'll play on the fact that they've got to. They'll even start going to the doctors and complaining about how stressed they are at helping out at these charities that they're choosing to do. So they'll disappear off. And then when they walk back through the door after they've done what they wanted to do, and you're about to go out of the door to do what you need to do that they knew you were going to do, they're going to say, oh, we've got this email. Yeah, I told you earlier. No, you did not. It's very important. Are you going to have a look at it? No, I said I was going to do this. I mentioned it to you earlier. We'll look at it later. Oh, well, if that's more important to you than this holiday is, if that's all the thanks I get, at least they appreciate me. They will criticise you, but in a manner where when you speak out to them, they'll say, oh, I was only trying to help. Oh, you need to lighten up. Oh, I only did my best. I'm the one that put a roof over your head. So they'll fail to buy you gifts because they'll claim that they put a roof over your head. Or if they do buy you gifts, they'll buy you gifts that they want and then claim that you're ungrateful for not appreciating the gift that they wanted. They're very one-sided. It's all about them. They will go all out to blame you for absolutely everything that goes wrong because nothing is ever their fault. They only do for others if they can take something in return, but they will be incredibly resentful of having to do for others, even if it's a choice that they make. The one that's pretending to be homeless to go and work in a charity to steal from those people will be resentful and claim that those people are putting on them, even though they've lied about who they are to get themselves in the door. When it comes to narcissistic people, it's very difficult to call them out due to the lies they've told different individuals and the personas they've put on to different groups and the lies they've told about you, because when you go and speak out, it kind of matches what the narcissist has told about you, being jealous and bitter. So people then sympathise with the narcissist rather than seeing the narcissist for who they actually are. If anyone has any signs of covert narcissism, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. If you still have to deal with narcissistic people, I do have a new book out that's currently on Amazon, 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People, and the link for that will also be in the video description if you'd like to check that out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.